Unvaccinated people ordered to stay home or face jail in Philippines' capital Manila.
Here's a summary of the article.
On Monday, Metro Manila's governing council announced it is requiring unvaccinated people to regulate their mobility at least until January 15, when a heightened alert order imposed on the metropolis is set to lapse. Under the order, unvaccinated people must stay at home except to buy essential goods or for medical purposes. Fully vaccinated people may move about freely, with the onus on establishments to limit their capacities to just 30% when indoors and 50% when outdoors. If you still push for mandatory vaccination, this might push people to receive it and put their lives in danger. This is a pure act of discrimination. Let people decide for themselves. Some officials criticized the council's stay-at-home order for unvaccinated people, noting that even vaccinated people can contract and transmit the virus. Extra restrictions placed upon the unvaccinated have also been imposed in some European countries in recent months, where Omicron has fueled unprecedented spikes in COVID-19 cases. Austria put its unvaccinated citizens on lockdown in mid-November, and Germany followed suit in early December, with the government considering plans to make vaccination against COVID-19 mandatory.
This post received a score of 15,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Even people with seatbelts on can die in a car collision, so why do we wear them? Second time in as many days that an obvious to me sarcastic comment was taken, literally, at face value. Starting to see why the S has become mandatory lately. See, it's a feedback loop, people's sarcasm gets taken literally, so they start adding S to their comments to make it clear. This makes other people accustomed to seeing S when someone is being sarcastic, and therefore assume that a lack of S means they are being serious. Go to step 1. The loop started because, as other people have said, sarcasm often translates poorly over text, for which the use of S is actually a decent countermeasure, but its use unfortunately also exacerbates the issue.
I found that sarcasm also translates really poorly from one language to another, same as proverbs.
A lot of Asian languages just don't really use sarcasm at all. Many second-language English speakers don't understand sarcasm until they are at a very high level.
Have heard of planned similar restrictions for unvaccinated in cities outside Metro Manila. PH went from only 100 cases to 5.4K in like 2 weeks, and the positivity rate went from 1% to 25%. I really think many cases don't get recorded since RT-PCR testing is expensive, so people tend to self-medicate at home if they're feeling a little sick.
Every time they report the COVID statistics in the news, they always say at the end, "Oh, by the way, 21 labs have not submitted their findings."
Interesting, I'm gonna guess this ends poorly.
Ends. Check out Mr. Optimist over here.
Unvaccinated? Straight to jail.
Overcooked chicken? Straight to jail. Undercooked chicken? Guess what? Straight to jail.
Overcook, undercook.
The prisons are going to be even more of a cluster now, upside down face.
Reddit's wet dream.
99% survival rate, 100% execution rate for the unvaccinated.
Not surprising coming from a country whose dictator supports vigilante-style murders of suspected drug users.
It's a little surprising because one could be forgiven for assuming that Duterte leans in the anti-vax direction, given his other behavior and positions.
Why do you assume this? Coming from America, let me tell you that the left-right divide, for lack of better terms, is a less useful guide for what someone is expected to support.
Do people without the last booster count as unvaxxed?
Not yet, but then it's straight to jail.
But if you can't go out without a vaccine, how do you get vaccinated?
Yikes.
And we will see zero change in positivity rate. Ontario is heavily vaccinated and cases are going crazy.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.